So in this tutorial, we will add an extension to center front in order to um, have a button overlap so that we can button down center front. In the assignment page, there is a reference to your textbook on what page to read about that. I'm going to walk you through the steps, though, of how to do this for this program here. Let's first take a measurement of how long center front is so that we know how long to make our extension. We'll draw it as a rectangle and then add it to our center front. So points down here, set measure distance. So we're going to measure this distance from, select your first point, right click to say your first point is selected. Now it says select the end of the segment that we want to check. We've done that. That was a left click. Now right click, done selecting. It asks us to verify that is the segment. Yes, 21.78. So if you can, take a little note or jot that distance down. Let me pour a little piece of paper here. 21.78. All right. Now your that's fine. Now an extension is usually the width of our button. For this blouse, I'm going to choose to use a half-inch button. So we will do that for the width of our rectangle, and then the height will be 21.78. But before we do that, I'm going to drop a line right on top of this one so that when I get ready to create my rectangle and join the rectangle to the front, I'll leave a line then that will become an indicator of where center front is. So let's use our command to draw a line, and we can do our snap to, and we'll do snap to endpoint. So right there, the cursor will jump to, there's my first one, and entering my endpoint right there. Okay, we are done with that command. I'm still in that command because you can see it over here in purple, but I do not want to draw again. This time I want to draw a rectangle. Okay, and I'm going to take the snap off of anything at the moment. I'm still in my rectangle, so to select my first point, I'm actually going to use a keyboard input. I'm going to put 0, 0 to start at the vertex of our graph, and then I'm going to need my X and my Y indicators. My X is going to be half an inch, so that is 0.5, comma, and then my Y point is going to be 21.78 inches from the starting point. Push enter. Oop, it did not take my point. Let's undo that. We're going to try that rectangle again. Selecting our first point. Let's do 0, 0. Are you watching my blue line? Push enter. Select the diagonal corner. So I want 0.5. I must not have gotten my point there. Comma 21.78 for my Y coordinate. Enter. Now I've got a little rectangle here. Let's move that rectangle. Use your hand indicator on the icons, and we're going to, it's done selecting. Then we click once to set our base point, and we're going to move it over. There is the extension that I have created. Now I actually want to snap it to this point over here. So we're going to move again. I'm still actually in that command. I don't have to come over to it. Remember, over here is where it's telling you what command or tool you have. So I'm going to select the item. Now I can select where I want to snap it to, and I want to snap it to an endpoint. So I'm going to snap that to there. I want to move again, select it, done selecting. Now I'm going to click to move to that endpoint. There we go. And the lines look like they're overlapped right now, but we're going to join the rectangle to the rest of the front. We can take our snap off. You can do that by using your keyboard hotkeys. Control key F1 turns our snap off. There we go. It tells us right there, or we could change it there. Now we want to join. Here is our command for joining items. So we click it. We are going to first select the first object, which is my rectangle. Select first object, object selected, done selecting. It's a right click, select second object to join it to. I'm going to go ahead and click on my neck curve right here, and that's selected, done selecting. All right, now when these joined, that line that we had drawn already is left there, and I want to actually change that line to a dotted line for center front. So up here at Edit, I can go to Change. I'm going to change an object. Here is the line I am going to change. I am right click, done selecting, and I want to change the line type. I'm going to make it a dashed line. When I select it, that's the line that shows up at the top. That's the one I want. Okay, and there it changed. That is our button extension. I wasn't sure if there was some more indicators for dropping buttons down that. There's a button line. Maybe that's what we needed to do. Select first button. Well, our first button usually comes within about, I'm going to eyeball it here. How many do we want in a distance of, I guess we needed to do the math on this. We cancel that for a moment. And what did we say? Our line here was 21.78. All right. That, let's see, we will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll put 8 buttons down that line. But we're going to actually not go the full distance. We're going to take off we will make it 19 inches. So let's try that. Let's go to draw button line. Okay, select our first button, which we're going to put right here on center front. Number of buttons is going to be 8, and the full distance is going to be 19. Let's try that out and see what it does. There, it dispersed them evenly through that distance of 19 inches from my first point of indication to the very end, and divided it by 8 different buttons. So there is our button indicator. At this point, you are done. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this to upload for your assignment.